Hello, my name's Tony. Nickname is Telamohn, and today I'd like to revisit a topic that I brought up about a year ago. So 1 year ago, I released this somewhat funky, minimalistic Markdown editor slash note-taking app. It's called 1K. Yeah, exactly. Looks yeah, it doesn't look like much, but that's pretty much it. It's supposed to be like that. Um, so it's basically just a web page. It's it's a notepad built in well, just front end technology. There's some other cool stuff there going on as well. Like it has some unconventional ways of sharing your notes. Basically, it can compress all of your text and put it inside of the URL or like your code or something like that. Um, the thing is, when I built it and when I presented it, I had one thing in mind. um, but what I didn't expect to do was to actually start using it. And I've been using it now for about a year. And oh boy. So this app it has a limit. Each node can only take 1 kilobyte of text, and there's some naive compression in there, so you can stash a little bit more text and stuff. But it's still just 1 kilobyte. Very important. So the idea generally was to, let's see, how should I put this? Like, it's okay, I don't need to fix it.
Oh, maybe it's no juice. Went to hibernate or standby?
Just ignore it. Point is, I used to be a very stressed person, very tough to relax, talk a lot. At some point, I just realized that it doesn't matter how much I talk because people still don't understand me. And I barely understand myself, so what's the point of talking at all? Um, Having said that, I started using this app, like trying to minimize my words, see if I can create the same sentiment and express the same kinds of what I actually want to sort out using fewer words, trying to compress it using clear language. For that, I'm so grateful for this application. It really helped. Um, but during the path, I kind of found some other stuff as well. It's a hell of a broken. There's so many bugs in it. Like sometimes when I type things, it just starts doubling up my words, and I have to again slow down, take it easy, start raising the text when I was trying to write. Again, frustrating but effective. Um, Share function doesn't work either. I was a little bit naive when I wrote the packing script, so one end it base64 URL encodes. No, right. The decoder expects base64 URL, but the encoder encodes as base64. So meaning if you actually want to try and share a node to this application, there's kind of a probabilistic chance that it won't be shared at all. Like the person you're sending it to, it won't be able to open it. Grateful for that as well, because as stupid as I am, well, brilliant. I mean, brilliant. I sent a few notes as well. Like, you compress stuff, you finally finish thinking what you're trying to do, and you want to kind of, take up some serious subjects. Uh, I don't recommend using it that way. I honestly wish to apologize to anybody who ever received 1 kilobyte of rant from me. It happened. It happened a lot a year ago. But I kind of understood that's not a good thing to do. It's not very nice. So, having said that, I've also lost control over the source more or less. It's somewhere on GitHub. Uh, I don't remember how the pages, GitHub pages are connected to this domain still. So at any point in time, anything you write in this notepad actually might disappear completely. I'm not really sure who's in control of all those notes. The worst part is that like I have, oh my god, I have like, I don't know, like hundreds and hundreds of notes here now, stuck in this app that I can't get out of it. And it's stuck in my secure context. I can't change the browser. I'm entirely afraid of upgrading my phone. I can't upgrade my browser either. It's like it's just really horrible. Oh shit! But the point is, uh, all of these bugs are actually what I'm kind of want to express, that I had no intention of creating them, but they kind of turned out to be the best features ever. They truly like were perfect sticks into the wheel when I was going too fast, not thinking straight, communicating random things that I probably should not be communicating because maybe I'm in the middle of an important business deal or something, you know. I kind of need to know straight how much price I'm asking, how much time stuff is going on. Don't care about anything else. Um, so yeah, I would like to say thanks to this application that helped me think for this entire year. The only thing I really regret is the backup feature. I would really love to have some way of getting my notes out. Don't know how to fix it right now. Um, let's see. I can just check real quick here in my awesome notepad if I hang on.
Did you write the notes for your talk in the notes thing too?
Of course, of course, of course. And I did it on 366 bytes as well. So it's I had some room space left here for.
Isn't the app just like a website?
It is.
So if you update the code of the website, that wouldn't help?
I hope so, but I kind of don't remember how to update it.
Is it a GitHub page?
Yes, but I don't know which GitHub repo it links to, because at some point me and a junior hacker, we kind of forked it and actually added peer-to-peer support for it. We kind of tried to create Nostr with it, but then Nostr came out and our experiment didn't work so well. So the offline version of this application is just a godsend, but the online version didn't hit anything.
But if it's a GitHub page, wouldn't it be one of your repositories? I mean, it cannot only be so many choices.
Yeah, it could. But here's the things that boggles me. Like when I last time committed to it and like updated stuff, I didn't have anything of value on my phone. Like I literally had nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have just crap loads of personally important notes that I am really afraid of like accidentally somehow wiping the security context, so something just goes wrong and it disappears.
You could try it on another phone, right? Like visit the app, create a note, update the app, and refresh on another phone and see what happens, if it's still there and if it has fixed the problem.
Yes, that's I think is the best approach actually, but I need to kind of do it to the end. I need to fix it also, because if I leave it in a second half broken state, the next time I refresh here, I'm gonna end up where I don't want to be.
What about if you just fork it and then you create another instance, and then with another phone you connect to that and this instance stays untouched?
Oh, that, hang on, let me write that down.
And then everything broke.
No, but seriously, thank you guys. This is...
I mean, you're probably storing it in IndexDB or localhost, local storage, I guess.
IndexDB.
If you don't trigger anything specifically, like I don't imagine that the browser would evict data in a page that you frequently use.
No, exactly. It's still there. Like it's been there for a whole year now. But optimally, I was looking for some kind of solution to I don't know, somehow attach a debugger or console interface to my phone.
Maybe you have to have something like a page that generates like a document that you can download, and it just uses, when you click the button or whatever, all the local storage data and puts it into a giant JSON, and then you download it on your phone. You can upload it to a desktop or something, and then you write some importer. It's maybe not the best, but
Yes, but look, wait. What if this app is so effective and works so well just because I don't have those features?
I don't know. I
mean, it kind
you
of
have to decide that part.
What if I fix it but break it for everybody else? This is like playing Diablo on hardcore mode or something.
So you mean like if you add the feature that you can export all your nodes into a, let's say, JSON file, that would be bad. I mean, then don't do it. I mean, I don't know. That's hard to answer.
I don't know. Like I seriously have no clue about this. But the point is, because of this, this notepad is kind of personal. Like it's secure in the sense that it's secure to the web browser's context. There is no third-party inclusive JavaScript to anything at all. I own the domain more or less. I'm not gonna do anything with it because I'm afraid of touching it. But having said that, it's not really encrypted in notes or stuff like that. So still, the notes you write there are kind of your everyday notes, everyday stuff. But it's all so volatile. It is so, and like anything you put there is basically you're locked in.
But have you decided if you want it to be that way? Or is it just unclear, like this trade-off, like your personal trade-off between backing up your notes and saving them somehow versus having them volatile? And
yes, thank you. I want to say yes, that I want to fix this, but at the same time, it's about letting go of control. Like when it's in this state, I am actually a little bit more at peace with it. So 50% of me wants to fix this, 50% of me doesn't want to touch this. So for now, I would just like to tell the world that there is a pretty cool notepad app out there. It's stuck on this particular address, and I'm afraid to touch it.
I mean, it's a good story.
Yeah. Any other questions? If not, then I will say thank you for hearing me out in my adventures.
Session.
Yes. No, but it's good. It's good. I mean, as when you're on your.
See like a demo typing a note or something, but
I could actually wait.
I would
Can
like
we
to see
do
like a
screen?
demo, but yeah, if that's possible.
I think so. Here, you hold
And
this.
maybe also if I don't know if you have the code or if it's like lost in your repositories.
No.
But
look
to
at
see it, how it's implemented would also be interesting.
this. Cast tab. See, can I cast it? Okay, we see it now, right? So zoom in a little bit here. It's pretty simple. You press the button. Then on phone you don't have this secondary view on the right. It has some cool features and stuff. Let's see. I hope I will not send this message because it will. So you see the size here down here is increasing more or less. This tells you when you have used too many words and that the person receiving the message is most likely going to. Well, it's going to be a wall of text, basically. If you fill this meter, this is your wall of text warning. Go easy on other people's bandwidth. It's always nice to be respectful of it. Let's see. So, attempting to not hit wall of text. Cool. Now we need an emoji. How do I find an emoji? Sees Halloween heart. Whatever. just
Also,
like this one.
also maybe additionally, what are all those buttons? There seem to be 8 buttons at least.
Huh?
Like there's like seems to be like 4 buttons above and below the editor, but maybe it's something else. But what
No,
do they
you're
do?
right. You're entirely correct. So let's see. Yeah, hell yeah, there we go. So there's a little bit of annotation here, like if you put 2 exclamation marks and an emoji on the first line, it will become a big emoji. And if you put a little bit of, let's see, I think there's a, oh yeah, right, even animations and stuff. So the idea was that you would be able to send postcards to people. Like you can send, oh, this is trippy.
Yeah.
So the idea was to be able to send like small postcards to people, like serverless stuff, basically the content. Wherever you share the link, you basically dump the entire message inside the link. I tested different platforms of things, and that's how I came to about 1 kilobyte of URL data. Having said that, let's see, how does it work actually? So this is the preview. Preview just shows you what the other person is going to see it as. Themes. There are some papers you can choose, different kind of postcards. Like you can choose the, let's see, you can get the matrix experience. That is a little bit glitchy on Chrome. Oh, here we go. Cool. And let's see. Well, there are a couple of different themes, more or less. I will leave it at that.
What does encryption do?
It's broken.
Okay.
Me and the other guy, we started doing it, but I don't think we ever finished it.
The idea was like just symmetric encryption, and then need to enter the key to
Yeah, you
read
just
it.
password encrypt a note. So basically, you send somebody a link with you send somebody a huge link. They click it, they prompt for a password, and need to input the password to read it. I mean, it can be used good for like private party invitation, and you might not want it to fall in the wrong hands. I mean, that's. Oh yeah, you could even have a tip. So you could actually send somebody like a quiz, like, what's 1 + 1? Write 1 as password in decrypts. Sadly, this version doesn't have it. The previous one, Alpha, had. But so let's see, what are these things? Right. So when I publish it, more or less, I publish it now. Now I can't edit anymore. It's signed, and it's this huge link. I can share it. It's copied to. Oh, wait, you can't see the link on the TV now. Okay.
There's a very long URL with lots of base64 data at the fragment part of the URL.
That might or might not work.
Is the link like less than 1K?
Yes, 1K is actually measuring the link size.
Oh, so you can copy the link and paste it in a notepad so we can see it.
I could, I guess. Yeah, you could.
And then you could send that note.
Yeah, of course, but let's do it here. So I go. So the first button up here is your drafts. Next one here is your published. Oh, look at that! I actually have some notes here from previous stuff. Cool. Hope it was nothing too sensitive. Then there's the network feature here. It doesn't work on this version. It's just disconnected. There is no network. But essentially, I have a version where we tried with Hyperswarm to start sharing these over Hyperswarms instead of URLs. But let's do the thing that Alex proposed. Like, here we go. Now I have a note with a note inside of it.
Interesting.
This is how the link works, and there you actually see the address as well, which is, wait, hang on, can I make it bigger? Because I don't think we disclosed this on the entire talk. It's pure.xorcery.co. And there we go, like this. So if you go there, you get your own personal version of this. It's very volatile. I might actually just leave it here and do the next version on some other domain.
It looks pretty cool, but like I'm thinking like if I start using it, I would want first to have an export feature.
Okay, so don't go to this particular address. Use another address once these features are resolved. I might create some kind of tool, like at least a GitHub markdown on how I managed to get my notes without patching the code. it has to be painful to extract them, you know. Otherwise, it's not worth it.
I don't know. I want it easy to export, but maybe I'm not completely getting that part.
Yeah, it's okay. This is pure sorcery, you know. You need maybe something more like advanced sorcery.
All right.
Yeah.
How big is the app? Like what?
It's actually a single page HTML.
What
so
are the dependencies, or how much code is it?
you just download the HTML file. We can check it. It runs by itself. So if you want to run the app offline, it should work.
Does it use any frameworks, or I don't know how did you write it?
No, vanilla JS.
Oh, so no TypeScript and no React.
No.
All right, well that's actually good for me.
Well, one of the issues to why development stopped on this was because where did it go? The router is written in CSS.
What does that mean?
It means I use CSS in the wrong way.
Router in which way? Which page you show?
Yes.
Oh, you use the target pseudo attribute?
A lot of them. So sadly I can't show you the download size of this because I'm only casting the screen. But wait, I can check like this. What was the? Hang on. What was the name of the file it downloaded? Pico Store 2.0. Okay, I don't know where I downloaded it to.
Do you just use the active pseudo class to decide what to display, or what do you mean by CSS?
I wanted to check how big the app is actually. It should be around 300 kilobytes or less. I think there are some. It's mainly the like buffer dependencies. I have a lot. I checked because I kind of wanted to have the smallest bundle as well for this.
What about Markdown?
Yeah, there's a Markdown library included. There's also DOM Purify, so you shouldn't be able to run scripts on other people's computers. I take no responsibility though for if that happens. So it's
One question, it says powered by PicoStack. Does it mean that it includes your PicoStack?
It does. It uses it for saving, and it uses it for taking other people's notes. Like if you have this app and I have this app and I get your URL, it actually uses Pico Store consensus to merge accept your blocks into my store. It's not connected to any swarm or any network. So in this application, it's just any transport or any way that you manage to get somebody else's note into your version. That's how the whole block stuff starts. I think it was a little bit of a mistake in hindsight. It did not belong in this project, but who knows?
What does not belong in the project? The Pico?
Yeah. Because it would effectively kind of PicoStack kind of turns this notepad into something that is more similar to Twitter or Mastodon. If you're gonna have like live feeds and stuff, you will be able to do it that way, but I won't recommend doing it that way. I took ambition was too high.
All right, but it's a cool project, and it looks also pretty cool.
Thank you. So this is efficiently the most used project I have completed so far. This was just a side project, like it wasn't supposed to be anything, but it has been a very useful companion this last year.
Maybe not unrelated to the talk, but you also shared some sort of an app format or whatever for Pico, but I guess it's not using that.
No, this is Pico 1.0. So
would it be hard to upgrade this app to the Pico app format?
No, maybe not. It would be able to run on it. But it will no longer be pure sorcery then. It will become something else. It will become another form of sorcery.
I see.
So this is more or less the...
It will be Pico Sorcery then.
Yeah, this is the announcement. The announcement is that I'm not gonna patch this site. I kind of like it the way it is. It's very broken, and it's quite an adventure to find the bugs yourself. But it's worth it. That's what I'm trying to say. Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, cool. I mean, thanks for sharing. It's pretty great. I'll definitely follow if there's backup feature coming or some sort of export feature. Of course, probably coupled with some sort of pain generator that you have to go through.
What if I say there is a backup feature but won't actually implement it?
Yeah, maybe. I'm definitely interested in maybe trying to use it and integrate it as some sort of an app into an app that I'm working on. Because it looks like an editor would be a good first app to have inside of the app that I'm building.
Yeah, but it should work. It should work. I mean, a note-taking app that runs pretty much anywhere. So yeah, I think I said it. If you download the HTML file, you can just run it locally without anything. Everything is just packed into one single file.
All right. Any more questions from anyone? Great. So then thank you for sharing the pure sorcery and the editor, and we'll see in the future what will be the next version, and I guess people can follow in Decent Labs Discord.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know if I lose or reclaim my notes. I think that's the most dramatic.
Sweet. All right. Then yeah. Thank you.
Thank you too.